What's going on, all you hater Crusaders? Crusader Actual here once again to cover everyone's favorite YouTuber, Amberlynn Reid. Today I want to cover one of her more iconic videos, some more recent video taking place in May of 2020. It's basically a message to all of her haters. The video is actually titled Hi Hater Nation. So as I'm sure you can imagine, it's not going to be good, and it's probably not going to play out well for her, because this stuff usually never does. So we're going to take a dive into this video and see what it's all about. I'm sure it's going to be really good. And I'm sure Amberlynn is not going to make a complete butt of herself. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, it's Friday. Happy Friday. I hope your week went well. I hope you have a great weekend as well. Before we get started, I just want to put out a disclaimer. This video is all in good fun. It's not meant to be taken seriously or taken as fact or anything like that. And also, if and when I do talk about health and fitness related things, just please note I'm not a doctor, I'm not a registered dietitian or anything like that. I'm just a bodybuilder with a couple years of experience and generally live a healthy lifestyle on top of that. Please feel free to check out my Instagram. It's at Crusader_actual. On there I just post when I have new videos. I might post some lifts and stuff on my Instagram story. Just things like that. So get a follow if that's something that's up your alley. Keep up to date with all Crusader related things. Anyway, guys, I just want to say that I'm out of YouTube purgatory. I've really appreciated all the support lately. My last video got me like almost 100 new subscribers, so we're well on the way to 1,000. So like I told y'all, I have a special video or potentially a live stream planned for y'all once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So again, all the support really means the world to me. You guys are awesome. I love the community that I have right now. I love interacting with y'all. It's great. And y'all teach me a lot of things, and hopefully I've taught you a couple of things along the way as well. But with all that being said, guys, let's get into the video. I watched a few minutes of this video prior to making a recording just to make sure that there is enough content to react to. My favorite part about the video so far is her strain when she opens up here, she like strains her voice and makes it seem like she's just very distressed and sad and been going through a rough time. It's actually kind of funny. So you'll see what I mean. Let's get started.
Hey guys. So
see, it's all strained like, hey guys. It's like, hey guys. Like, she just really like is having a really bad time right now.
This video, but it's part of the binge eating saga that is going on my channel right now. So I have opened up about binge eating. I have talked a lot about it. I have opened up about things that I wouldn't even want to open up about with people in my real life.
See, that's silly, right? Like, to disclose stuff on YouTube to a bunch of strangers that you do not know about stuff that you do not talk to people that you know and potentially love and care about, that doesn't make any sense to me. And it's like, it really to me highlights kind of how silly she is. Like, she's surprised at the backlash she gets, but she does dumb stuff like that. So I don't know, it's her own fault, but I know she likes to play the victim card, so it's very unsurprising.
I have bared my soul into sharing that part of me.
There we go.
I'm ashamed, I'm embarrassed, I am being vulnerable, and I almost feel like I'm being mocked, and there's just so much.
Yeah, I wonder why, because it's because you've done the same cycle of BS for the last freaking, I don't know, 6 years at this point in time during this video.
Disrespect?
The disrespect. It's dispect, not disrespect. Disrespect's not a word, Amber. Remember, you coined the term despectful. That is the current term.
Around my eating disorder. It is cruel. It is just the lack of sympathy, which I'm not asking for sympathy, but...
Well, I mean, really, you are, though.
For the lack of a better term or word, the lack of sympathy regarding
you want
the subject
sympathy, yeah.
is...
There's two things Amberlynn Reid is very good at. One of them, of course, is eating spicy food, right? Because that's like a personality trait, I guess, for her. And two is how well she plays the victim card. And her consistency, rather, I guess, is a better way of putting it. I don't think she plays the victim card that well, but she's very consistent about it and does it all the time for really anything.
Very sad. I do what I ate today videos when I am losing weight, when I'm not losing weight. I do what I ate today videos. And people always call me a liar. They say, this is not what you eat. I want to see the truth. I want to see what you eat during a binge. You didn't get to be almost 600 pounds with just eating that. You didn't get to be 500 pounds with just eating that. People are
It's interesting that she went from 500 to 600. Like, girl, we know it's 600 at this point. Come on.
Constantly calling me a liar when I do what I eat today videos. I have never, hands down, lied in a what I ate today video.
Okay, raise your hand if you believe that that's true. I'll give you a second. Yeah, that's why I thought. No one's raising their freaking hand. Whenever she does these what I eat in a day videos, like, sure, they may be truthful to a certain degree, but most of the time I don't think it's everything. Like, sometimes, yeah, I think she does tell the truth. I don't think she lies in every one, because sometimes she's brutally honest about everything she does eat. But also, too, like, I feel like 50% of the time, and that's just a rough guess, 50% of the time, she's like, oh, crap, I forgot I was doing a what I eat in the day. I guys, I don't know. I forgot to show everything else I ate. I don't know. So, and it's like, girl, that's like your only freaking job at this point was to do that just for one day. Like, what? I think that's why some people don't really believe her in that regard, because she does stuff like that, so.
I have no reason to whatsoever. I will admit...
I mean, yeah, you have skin in the game, and you care about what people think about you as much as you say that you don't, so...
That I do choose days to do those videos where I am eating less, because overeating and overindulgence, it is pretty embarrassing. But binging is a whole other level. But people are constantly telling me, why don't you film a what I ate today video when you are having a binge day or a binge night? I almost feel like I've been manipulated into it, because I get a lot of people saying it could be good for education reasons. You could help other people. You might be able to bond with your audience more and think.
Well, first of all, she doesn't want to bond with her audience, nor does she actually give a crap about her audience. And that's become very apparent over the years.
Things like that, and it really got to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to film everything that I eat during a binge day, because that is what people requested me.
And it's not because it's what people requested, but it's also what brings in the money. And that's really what our favorite YouTuber, Amberlynn Reid, really cares about.
Because I'm constantly being called a liar every single time I upload a what I ate today video. So I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's do, a different version of what I ate today. The comments are disgusting.
That's really rich coming from her. I mean, I'm sure some of them are, but I don't know, girl. It's not like you, people say mean things to you for no reason. I mean, my audience doesn't say mean things to me, and it's probably because I try not to really be an awful person. So, I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it.
People are still calling me a liar about what I ate during a binge.
But you've shown 6 years of being a liar to your audience, so none of this is very surprising.
Day. That's crazy. Like, what would be the point in me showing that if I didn't show everything I truly ate?
The money. It's the money.
There would be no point. There's no productivity in it.
No, there's not.
I'd be lying to my audience about something
which you don't care about.
Serious to me.
Oh man, it's frustrating to hear her say, lie really, that she thinks this is a serious thing and it's something serious to her. Didn't she just quit outpatient at the time of making this video, right? Didn't she just come out about how she's not doing that anymore and probably quit freaking a long time ago because she quits everything she does? Girl, your mental health is not important to you. You've shown that to us, which is extremely negligent, by the way. But, oh my goodness.
I can't comprehend at all. I swear it's almost like people want me to be lying just so they have more.
We don't even need to want to. It's pretty true. I think it's pretty true. I can say with high confidence that it's true.
Stuff to talk about. The people who believe my video, there are a lot of you who are just like, this is so disgusting. This is pathetic. I can't believe you're like this. You do not say that to people with an eating disorder. Eating disorders are not chosen. You don't wake up one day and choose to binge, to have that urge, choose to have an eating disorder and have it ruin your life. And
I mean, so I'm conflicted on this, right? Like, well, yeah, you know, you don't choose to receive the genetics that you do and the ailments and things that you have, right? We don't choose those. That makes sense. However, you can choose to do something about it, and I think that's the key proponent in all of this, really, right? Like, everyone, I think a lot of people struggle with mental issues. I think that's very apparent, and I think it's a great thing people are more and more aware of that. Like I've told y'all many times, right? Like, I do therapy and stuff like that too, right? I don't have anything significant, right? But I think it's just a good practice. And I've never been diagnosed with anything, right? But I think it's a good practice. But she says she has binge eating disorder, and she might, right? But she's never done anything about it, and that's the problem. Like, she won't get help. She says she'll get help, but doesn't follow through with it, and that's the problem with all of this. Like, it's extremely dangerous, in my opinion, to do that kind of thing. And then just to continually play the victim card about it. The reason people are so like aggressive towards her for this stuff is because she doesn't do anything about it, and she just wants to play the victim card and reap the benefits of that.
And that goes on both spectrums. And I don't know anything about the other side of it, but on my side and what I have dealt with for a lot of my life, this is not something I chose. The words being thrown at me saying I am pathetic and disgusting and all of these horrible things, you guys really need to look in the mirror.
I mean, I'm not the one that's, you know, near 600 pounds and hasn't taken care of myself, right? So
you ask for these types of videos, I give them to you, and you are disgusting.
And you're not giving it to them because people ask about it. You want the money, dude. Like, come on. This, like, I'm a freaking smooth brain and I can figure this out.
Towards me. It's not right. And I think what messes with me the most is that this is just such a toxic community. This community.
But why do you think it's that way? Oh my God. I'm sure y'all are annoyed that I keep pausing and saying the same stuff, but like, it's so annoying that she's like this. Like, oh my goodness gracious. She's so delusional.
So toxic. And I did not create that for myself. A lot of people think I did.
Yeah, of course. She never claims responsibility for anything that she does. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's all the times that you, like, told your audience to freaking leave, or, like, you gaslit them or whatever, or try to manipulate them, or like you're doing now, really. But I'm sure those things had nothing to do with it.
But I didn't. It is the reaction channels. There is a couple in particular.
It's me, guys. I'm the reason that people have turned on Amberlynn. Yep, that's it.
Where there's a main one that we all know who it is.
Which one is she talking about?
Disgusting. Right along with the trolls and the haters. For anyone to think it's okay to literally react to anyone with mental illness problems, with indecisiveness because of mental illness problems.
What?
Someone who has a cycle because of mental illness problems, and someone who is morbidly obese because of an eating disorder and a food addiction.
But it's because you won't get help, dude. You have the money for it, or you had the money for it, and you wasted it on Uber Eats and BS instead of actually, like, improving your quality of life.
Is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And the fact that me sharing what I eat in a day during a binge and I get attacked, there are still reaction channels reacting to it, saying rude things.
But that's the other thing too, right? Is like, if you're if you're a prominent person on YouTube, and I guess you can say that about her. She has, 200,000 subscribers. So I mean, that's a good amount. Essentially, you're like a public figure at that point, right? So like, people are gonna have opinions of you. It doesn't matter how good of a person you are, or whatever you claim to be. People are going to have their own opinions of you. And if you're willing to put your life in the limelight like that and put that out on the public domain, yeah, like, you should expect to have backlash. It's gonna happen. It doesn't matter who you are.
It's wild, and it's because of the community that is surrounded in my life. I just can't even explain it.
And that you created, by the way. Just wanna really put that one out there and make sure you know.
Like, the community that watches me, it's so like crazy to wrap my head around that I literally am getting paid for people to treat me as a punching bag, because that's literally it. Because if I was anyone else sitting here talking to you about my problems, whether they be mentally, physically, or my disorder, the comments would be completely different. And you cannot
I mean, I doubt it. If you were just like a nicer person and like actually attempted to follow through on the things that you said you were going to do instead of lie all the time, then yeah, it would be different. Like, people react to you the way they do because of the things that you do. No one's going after you just because you look the way you look, you weigh the way you weigh. Like, none of that, in my opinion, freaking matters. Like, it's who you are as a human that matters. And that's why people are upset.
Sit there and tell me it's because of the mistakes I've done in the past.
Yeah.
Or it's because I have an attitude here and there.
Yeah. I hear it all the time. Like, this 17-minute and 24-second video is a good example.
Those aren't excuses anymore.
I cannot believe she got on camera and said this stuff and like was like, played it back at the end, was like, this is good. This is good shit. Like, I made a point.
This has all just become too much. It's disgusting.
I'm waiting for the fat-phobic part to come.
You guys have to realize that I, as a person, am nowhere near as bad as the people who are part of HAYDER Nation.
Here we go. I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
And Kiwi Farms.
Yeah.
And reaction channels that call people, sodium whales and saying things about cheese curds.
Oh, no.
It's not cute. It's not.
Neither is lying for 6 years and being an awful person. That's not cute either.
Cute. It's not funny. People enjoy it because it's drama. People enjoy making fun of my disorder because I'm Amberlynn Reid.
No one's making fun of your disorder. I mean, no one even knows if you've been diagnosed with anything because you lie about that stuff. So no one knows. So no one's actually targeting you like, you know what? I'm going to get on YouTube today and harass someone with a mental disorder. No one's doing that. I shouldn't say no one. There's always, of course, outliers, but I don't think the majority of the population is doing that.
And no matter what I go through, it's a joke and it's funny and it's a lie. I have had this whole story and narrative created by strangers where once I turn off the camera, I have all these people in my life who think completely different than these strangers online, which, thank God.
Who? She has no one in her life right now besides her girlfriend. She doesn't have anyone else.
Because the people in my life love me,
Who?
care about me, and they know that I'm a good person.
I don't know. That comment didn't age well.
And I'm fun to be around.
No.
And they have to constantly remind me, you need to ignore the people online because they don't know the real you.
Isn't that silly, though? Because, like, doesn't she say all the time how she doesn't read the comments? But, like, this whole video was a result of her reading comments. And also, too, all these friends she's talking about, like, didn't stuff, and I'm not tied in all the time, and sometimes I don't do the best research, and that's a fault of mine, but didn't something happen with, like, Eric and Ricky? Like, some stuff come up about that they weren't, like, actually her friends or something like that? I can't say for certain. I swear I saw, like, some video about it. But I don't know if that's true. But obviously, like, she doesn't talk to, like, Becky anymore. She doesn't talk to Destiny anymore. She doesn't talk to Dana anymore. She doesn't talk to any of the other people that have been in the Amberverse besides her freaking girlfriend now that she says girlfriend like 800 times a video. So, and I think that's just a result of that person being the only person in her life. I don't know, sis. This is all a big lie.
But it's just crazy that there is a whole different life and a different person that you guys don't know. It's almost because
there's really no difference between Amber on camera and Amber off camera. I can say with high confidence, right, that that's probably the case.
The portion of you won't let yourself get to know the real me.
Oh, we've tried, girl. You've showed us the real you many a time.
It's so fun to be part of this like mob of just disgustingness. And I keep using the word disgusting because it is repulsive. It is actually disgusting. Ugh. That is literally the word for it. And this goes beyond even just my disorder. It's like I posted a Snapchat rant that people expect an apology for.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not going to give it because...
Wow, see, I mean, this is a prime example of why people don't like you. Like...
That was for HAYDER Nation and the trolls and the people who say cruel.
So if that's the case, then you essentially stoop down to their level, if any of this is true. So you're no better than those people that you're attacking are, right? So you're no better than them. So you're in essence like similar to them in a way.
Disgusting things in the comments. If you guys haven't...
Calling people disrespectful and like calling them pieces of shit, like really? I mean... You're attacking people right now that say those things to you, but you in turn do it. So, I don't know, girl.
Done that, then that was not for you. Genuinely from the bottom of my heart, thank you for not being such a horrible person like these other people.
God, she's so silly, dude. I can't handle it.
That is why it doesn't deserve an apology.
Hello?
If anyone
Grayson
deserves an apology, it is me. I get nitpicked, bullied, rumors are spread about me. I am abused mentally online every single day. And people think because I stuck up for myself and I defended myself that I have to apologize.
That's not like being an asshole to people isn't like defending yourself.
I don't need to come, up in here with some type of attitude, but I am just... It is unbelievable the things that people could say about me. I understand, like, yeah, say things about my outfit. You don't like it, whatever. My hair looks a mess, whatever.
Just reading all those comments.
That doesn't matter. But when you're sitting there knocking my character and lying about me and just saying things that like an elementary like bully would say, or like...
Saying you're so much better than other people, like you did, Amber, I think is an elementary way of bullying. So
an abuser, a mental abuser, would say to someone. When those things are...
Being critical of another human being does not make you an abuser. Like, there's obviously a line, right? But being critical of someone and calling them out on bad things that they've done is not being an abuser.
Being done, I'm going to defend myself. Because I'm done not defending myself. I have gotten several messages from...
Oh, so brave. Amber's so brave and strong.
People saying, start defending yourself. You do not deserve this. And I would ignore it. I would ignore it because I knew it would make it worse. But
yeah, I mean, that's honestly the best thing to do, I feel like, is if you have haters, just ignore them. If you buy into it, it's just going to make it worse.
At the point where... What's even the point anymore? What's the point of standing down, cowering down? I'm not going to let people walk all over me, and I will defend myself, and I will not apologize for how I felt in that Snapchat rant, because everything I said is 100% true.
Then no one's going to apologize to you for the things that they think they said that were 100% true about you. So what do you want?
And I will stand by that. That is for the people who have been abusing me over and over and over. That is not for the people who have not been abusing me. If I hurt anyone or made anyone think differently of me because of it, like people who truly care about me and I care about them, then I am sorry. That I will apologize for. But
yeah, there's always a stipulation, right? Oh, look at that face. That might be a thumbnail. That's good.
To the Hater Nation, not gonna happen.
Why does she keep quoting Hater Nation? Like, Hater Nation's a thing at this point. It's real. You don't need to put quotations around it. It's a real thing.
It's just not gonna happen because this has been going on.
I like being a part of Hater Nation.
For far too long, and the reaction channels have made this beautiful glory of justifying cruel behavior. And
dude, I can feel it welling up inside of me. Like, I'm getting extremely upset with like how dumb she is. Oh, I just like, the only thing that's resonating in my head is like her being abusive towards her animals, and it's like, girl, you put that on camera. Like, yeah, there's a reason people don't like you. No one's abusing you. You did abuse your animals, so.
And it's gross. It's honestly gross, but it's so easy to sit there and judge me because...
Well, it is, because you're an awful person, in my opinion. You know, that's not fact or anything. That's just my personal opinion. I think you're an awful person based on the things that you have done over your stint on YouTube.
While you're judging me, you're not taking a look in the mirror. You get to ignore your problems. You get to act like you're high and mighty.
I know. That is me.
You're just the most perfect person.
Yeah, it is
in the
me.
World. You don't make mistakes. You're perfect. So during that reaction, you're in this like little fairy tale land, or like the haters doing their little comments.
Oh, she's so
mad.
mad.
In a completely different space because they're not having to deal with their own life, whether that be a boring life.
Oh, a boring life? I don't know. Last time I checked, I can still go outside and do things on the regular. So, and I know I'm treating this like she's talking to me. I get it. She's not. But like, imagine her telling you that you have a sad and boring life, right? I would venture out, even if any of you struggle with obesity or struggle with anything like that, I would guarantee, like, I'm almost willing to bet most of you probably do more than Amberlynn Reid does on a normal basis. Like, most people do. Like, oh.
They just need some entertainment, or because they're trying to find an outlet because they are miserable within themselves.
Yeah, that's it for me.
When I start to form pity for some of these people.
Imagine this person pitying you. Like, this person that doesn't leave their house, or like the biggest trip in her life is going to a Target in Lexington. Like, that's pinnacle for her, is pitying me, I guess, for having critical thoughts on her. Even though, like, I regularly travel, like, I'm happily married, like, I have a fulfilling career, like, but just because I choose to go on YouTube and be critical of someone and wear a stupid-ass helmet, like, that means I'm an awful person, and that means I have a sad life, and that she has to pity me.
Because if you are going through something so hard that you have to literally degrade someone else, which then in fact you're degrading yourself.
What?
Then that's sad. I know there's a such thing as sociopaths, or people who are not empathetic, or people who aren't sympathetic. I know there's
I mean, yeah, there are sociopaths, so good job, Amber. I'm glad you can understand those exist in the world.
People like that, and majority of the people who are part of Hater Nation, or they troll, or they say rude things, and some reaction channels, they are those things.
I mean, again, just because you're critical of another person or have a negative opinion on someone does not make you a sociopath. Like, I'm not going to bore everyone pulling up the definition. I think we're all smart enough, right, to know that that is not a sociopathic tendency.
They lack...
Tendency, excuse me.
What? The emotions and feelings of morally doing the right thing.
Oh,
and I feel like doing
Amber,
the right
you're
thing
not even worth
is
these
standing
comments
up
I
for
have.
people who have mental illnesses and who are morbidly obese, and sharing their story, morally sticking up for them. And the fact that you can sit there behind a computer, a keyboard, whatever it may be.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And continue to be that rotten person shows how much you hate yourself.
Yeah,
And
I get
know a
it.
lot of
I
people
hate
are gonna be
myself.
in
Whatever.
delusional
Let's move
land,
on.
Like per usual. But there is no way that a happy person who loves themselves would ever want to make someone feel bad about themselves.
Remember, like, the clip of her when she was going out to eat back when she could walk around in public and go places? Like, she was, like, talking crap about the group of girls that were taking pictures in front of the restaurant and, like, mocking them. Is this not what she's talking about? Like, is this not a good example of that? She's so dense, dude.
It's not how this world works at all. A therapist will tell you that. Someone
Oh, okay. With all your... Oh, my God, dude. So dumb.
with common knowledge will tell you that. A psychology class will tell you that. If you
I forgot that our girl has, like, a 3.9 GPA and all that shit, so...
are a happy person who loves yourself and loves life, you're gonna want other people to feel that way. Somehow, some way, there is a community who is glorifying bullying. And I am the one that is being bullied. And it's such a juvenile word, which is totally fine.
Well, and you're misusing it, so...
I know I'm 29 years old,
Oof.
but it is happening. And a lot of people know it's happening. That is why reaction channels are popular. Because the ruder you are, the more views you get.
I don't think that's necessarily true, though. Like, some people just like listening to other people's thoughts and opinions, right? Sometimes it doesn't always have to do with being rude. Like, I feel like most of the time, like, me personally, sometimes I'm sure I can be rude, and sometimes I make some more extreme comments, but I try to be, like, critical and fair in what I say for the most part, like 95% of the time.
So when you go to the bank, remember that each penny you're receiving is from every single rude remark.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
And for you, make sure you know that you getting every penny in the bank is you doing something that 100% of humans have ever existed have done, and that's eating food. You're no better. You do the same stupid crap. You talk down to people, you treat people like crap, and you laugh your way to the freaking bank and collect your money over people. You make more money than people. Like when you were making your allegedly $20,000 a month, you made more money than people like serving our country. Or like, really? And you think you're better than people like that? Like, really? And like, all you do is eat food on camera and like do stupid hauls. Like, you're in no position to talk down to anyone for about the way that they make their money. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, just shut your mouth.
You have ever made about me or Chantel or Amy's life journey.
Sorry, my eyes like
doesn't
really
matter.
itch.
Because let me tell you something. Fat phobia is a thing.
Here's my other issue with this, right? There are other YouTubers that have a much higher body fat percentage than maybe some others that are just as popular and people love them. Like, I know I'm terrible. I don't have a good example of one, but I'm sure some of you might know some. And I know there's some around. No one cares if you're fat. No one cares that you're fat. People care about who you are as another person. Like, that's what people care about. They care about your personality and your character and the things that you say and do. No one cares about what you look like. Again, there are some outliers, but for the most part, no one cares.
Being fat phobic is a thing. Us as morbidly obese women, we are a
And you're using bad examples. Like Chantal is like, she had a period of her career when people really liked her. She had a very positive audience that supported her in the things that she did. No one cared that she was fat. It was when she started like becoming unhinged and like doing questionable things, and now she's in the predicament she's in now. But no one cared at the beginning. And she was fat then. It doesn't matter. No one cares.
target.
Ugh.
Even if you're obese yourself, you want to target us. That's just the way life works.
I don't agree with that.
Because there are worse people on YouTube who don't have reaction channels.
I think every big channel that has done stupid stuff has some reaction channel.
Get this type of cruelty. It's unbelievable.
And maybe the ones that don't are like the ones that manipulate children, like the Paul brothers and like the Ace family. But I mean, I'm sure they have reaction channels, but I think it's a little less because like the majority of their audience is like young kids that probably aren't going to get on camera and do reaction channels.
I'm a small channel. And there are channels with millions of people who have done horrible things, who aren't even sorry.
This is just like integrity shit, right? Like, okay, just because someone else does bad stuff and gets away with it doesn't mean you should. Like, we talked about, common sense a little bit earlier. You don't have it, girl.
And the love and support keeps pouring in. But since I'm not the typical attractive person, and I have tree trunk legs, and I'm a sodium whale, and, I wear tens as panties, it's easy to make fun of me. It's easy to be rude to me. It's easy to poke at me and punch me, right? Stop judging others.
Oh, here we go.
On their mental illnesses.
Well, yeah, yes, ma'am, right away.
Disorders. It's not okay. You are not perfect. Stop calling people disgusting because...
Didn't she just, spend this whole video calling people disgusting? The hypocrisy, dude.
They have a chemical in their brain that makes them a certain way. It's not okay. And I know I'm sitting here repeating myself and going in this circle, and I know it's going to go in one ear, and it's not even going to go out the other one because it's just going to hit you in the ear like this. Because you guys are delusional. My goodness.
That's funny coming from her. Oh, wow.
Yes,
the most delusional
so
person on YouTube.
Rant. And I know a lot of people are going to get mad about this video, and I'm sure a lot of people haven't even made it this far. But, you guys, there's a huge...
I'm the idiot that made it this far.
Huge group of you that I love. And I know you guys... I was going to say I know you guys love me, but that's not true. I know you guys enjoy me as a person. And
this is one of the first times in a long time I feel like she actually tried to say something nice about her audience. But it's just because it helps her in this case. I
appreciate that group. I acknowledge you guys, and I love you, and I see you guys.
What a weird cutoff, dude. What the fuck? She's so bad at editing. Alright, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope your blood pressure is as elevated as mine is right now, because that was extremely frustrating. It's always just a good reminder to know that Amberlynn has never changed and has never done anything to change. And I think it's incredibly frustrating to put all your eggs in the basket of being well, I have this disorder, so I can't do anything about it. It's she had so many opportunities to get help. And still has opportunities to get help, and she doesn't do it, dude. As y'all see in the current Amberverse, right? She just quit outpatient, said screw it, and tries to act like she's more knowledgeable and doesn't need it. I fear, I don't want her to be a lost cause at the end of the day. She is fun to react to, obviously, but at the end of the day, I don't wish her any ill will, but she's never going to get better. She just keeps doing stuff like that. She never will. But that's her journey, I guess. Anyway, guys, that's enough out of me. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Look forward to seeing y'all in the next video, and y'all stay safe out there, and I'll see y'all next time.